Boston with the hip toss.
A hip toss went right onto the down table. It's outside the ring. They keep pushing that around with all their striking.
Oof. Big elbow to the small of the back.
A steel chair is right there. And now it's right behind Taco Loco, and it's going to be right under Taco. Oh, my God! Jesus!
Huge running power slam onto the remnants of the now remnants of the steel chair.
These two are going all in on each other, and my goodness, it is hard to watch. He says, watching the match.
Oh, and a fall-away slam. This is getting brutal.
And now it's going to continue to get brutal as Boston whips out a kendo stick.
Taco gonna ridge it away. Oh.
And it connects square on Taco's, or right on Boston's brain case.
Taco gets to wheel it into the ring.
And now going to drop a leg right onto the apron. Taco racing over to the announce table. He's over in our area.
Looking for another angle of attack here.
But Boston gonna get the steel steps. Taco once again wrenches him away, and the steps are down.
Doesn't pay off. We're gonna get
into the steps.
Whipped over the steps.
Of course, not a falls count anywhere match, as we remind you every week, but that does not stop them from going outside the ring and brutalizing each other.
Oh my goodness. Hip toss nearly onto the table.
Double axe handle, and the punishment continues outside the ring. I think Taco knows, though, that Boston can take it.
Taco gets hit with a big lariat to the back of the head.
At the same time, Taco's got to be softening Boston up, as if Taco wins, these two will meet again in that cell, along with two other competitors whom we don't know yet. Boston used the steel steps rather, to knock that kendo stick out of Taco's hands.
Big collision there.
And there's still a table that's sitting down outside the ring. It's not put up, and Boston just had his face slammed into it.
Boston with the biggest of boots. Can he get the kendo stick into the ring?
He does. And Taco blocks it yet again.
Oh
and yet again it connects.
Taco here brutalizing Boston.
It just seems to be making Boston more and more mad.
Boston here looking to come back.
Dangerous area for Taco. Loco catches the crossbody.
Taco not to be outdone.
Boston spins him around. A huge clothesline there.
Oh, reversal. Big reversal by Taco Loco.
That was 300 pounds of flying lunchador.
Huge DDT. Taco with the cover. A timely kick out there for Boston. And Taco gonna get launched out of the ring.
Oh, man!
Big impact on the outside.
Launched is a good word. He goes flying over by the ramp. And that is, folks, that is a gunmetal steel ramp. You do not want any part of that.
And we're going to be getting a set of steps here in the ring. And I don't like the looks of this at all. big power into the turnbuckle.
Boston down, Taco Loco attacking him. Here's the pin by Taco. 1, 2. Boston over the steel. Face first.
Oh.
Busted open.
He's busted open. And he's still going after him.
He won't have much left after that, though. You've got to imagine the Taco Loco, lucky in the Cobra Clutch, is the right decision here. He has to tap.
Boston taps out to the Cobra Clutch.
Taco with a submission victory. A brutal submission victory in this match. What a win for Taco, who gets the TV title.
Taco Loco with a very impressive showing in this hardcore match tonight.
Boston, of course, he gets an automatic shot. He will be in the Hell in a Cell with Taco and 2 other competitors to be named later. And we may find out who those other competitors are later tonight. Well, after that huge TV title match, we continue trucking on through this final episode of Wednesday Night Ignition. #1 contendership week as we get ready for Hardcore Hell in a Cell. So, here we are, #1 contendership week. And once again, the soul of the 90s stands before you atop the heap. I'm ready to destroy Trav Karan this Sunday in Hardcore Hell. But there's one piece of unfinished business. Well, that's Rohan's music. And sure enough, there he is.
If Rohan got to see her tonight.
Alright, Razor, I'm here. This shouldn't be necessary. But as you know, I haven't been medically cleared to compete tonight. Tonight, or at Hardcore Hell. The #1 contendership is yours. And Trav, you're next. Well, there you have it. We're going to get Razor versus Trav Karan for the Cruiserweight Championship at Hardcore Hell. Rohan ceding the #1 contendership to Razor Cuts because he cannot get medically cleared to compete. And actually, we are cutting up to the social media lounge before the start of this next match. Hi everybody, this is Trav Karan here at the social media lounge, of course, with some bad news from the wrestling world today. Jim Ross's wife, Jan, has sadly passed away after a Vespa accident yesterday, left her in critical condition. Of course, our thoughts and prayers are with Jim Ross and his family tonight. Back down to you guys. Get ready for our next match. It is the tag team #1 contendership match. The winner goes on to face Aces of Base in Hardcore Hell in a Tornado Tag Extreme Rules match. First out to the ring is Kudo Ryu. Kudo Ryu, former Cruiserweight champ, former tag or TV title champ, looking to get a tag team championship win. Add that notch to his belt. Here comes his tag team partner, Junko Yokota, the Empress.
Big entrance as always here. Trying to cinch the number one contendership with their partner Kudo Ryu for the tag team championships.
Here comes their opponents, the Cult, the only thing standing between DEST and a tag team title shot.
Down's one half of the new partnership we've been seeing with him, Joshua and Justice.
Both of these guys have found some renewed spirit after teaming up with each other, and it honestly feels like this is the most competitive we've seen either of these superstars in a long time. Well, of course, we want to give everybody a chance to respond to this match with a Jim Beam Apple, who you got. Jim Beam Apple is cool and refreshing, the whiskey taste you love, with an apple kick you can't deny. Jim Beam Apple. Try it today. Who you got? Type it in our Twitch chat. Roxy, I gotta tell you, as the color guy here, I am taking the Cult to upset DEST in this match. DEST has been wrestling a weaker schedule. They haven't really had to prove themselves yet this season. Joshua and Justin have been fighting out of their weight class.
Absolutely, not to mention they occupy a pretty decently sized weight class. That being said, DEST has a lot of tricks up their sleeve. All it has to do is cinch this one tonight by hook or by crook. And I think they got the guy.